Access Sportsnet Lakers. I'm Allie Clifton alongside our Laker insider Mike Shannon from the LA Times. The one and only Brad Turner. Hi.
Hi, Allie.
Long time no see.
Hell, you're really good. I mean, you're really good at your job.
Reading?
Thank you. You're great at your job. Bresingham's really good, too, but you're great.
Thank you.
I don't think you mean that about me.
Well, I'm saying this because I made a mistake in Las Vegas.
Tell everyone.
Uh-oh.
I told Allie I would go on her podcast.
Yep.
And I planned on going on the podcast. But I was working so doggone hard. See that word, doggone hard?
Yeah.
I just couldn't make it in time, and I apologize for you. For that, I'll give you a bottle of wine.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you. You can tell me that you're going to do something more and not. I'll take the wine any day I can.
And it's coming from Patty.
You know why? It's because you are great at your job too, BT, which is why you're here to dive into all the fun things regarding the Los Angeles Lakers.
Thank you, Brad.
Glad to hear it, BT.
All right, well, you ready?
I'm ready.
We're going to get this edition of Access started with a look at the Lakers' moves so far this offseason. None bigger than LeBron's move to opt into his $52.6 million contract. Of course, they signed DeAndre Ayton. They also signed Jake LaRavia. We're going to talk about both of them. They've re-signed Jackson Hayes, and then, of course, the move Dorian Finney-Smith made to play for the Houston Rockets during free agency. But we start with the biggest news. You can't go anywhere right now, of course, without people speculating, wondering what's going on with LeBron James. What's next? Will he be in L.A.? We've heard it all, seen it all. Where do you stand with all these rumors?
I would be shocked if he's not in a Laker jersey at Media Day, a.k.a. the first day of training camp in a couple months. Like, I would be really surprised. I just feel like we hear this kind of storyline, BT, over the years. You know, is Kobe coming back to be with the Lakers? And he did, you know, always, you know, and I feel like there's a little bit of deja vu here with LeBron. He's got 1 year left. You know, he opted in, and we will see where it takes him, BT. I'm curious to see, curious to actually listen to him, because he's been kind of silent during the offseason, keeping to himself. Not that he usually gives press conferences every week or two, but I'm curious to hear his thoughts on, A, the moves the Lakers have made, and B, what his thoughts are on, is this the last season of LeBron? You know, I don't think it is personally, but he's only got this 1 year left on his contract, BT.
You know, guys, I saw him in Las Vegas. I sat right behind him at the game. He came to see his son, Bronny, play. And all we did was shake hands and say, what's going on with your wine? Good. Your wine? Good. And I left him alone, because I knew everyone wanted to talk to him about the contract. Is he going to play 1 more year? Why did you opt in? If you really want to go somewhere else, I believe he'll be a Laker all season long.
Well,
I don't think he goes anywhere.
If he chose to opt in, because...
Yes. By that, I mean, I don't see him trying to force a trade, and I don't see the Lakers buying him out. Why would they? They don't have to. I mean, you are an employee of the LA Lakers, and you decided you want to be here, and we want you here too. We just didn't give you an extension, and I guess he didn't ask for this extension, so just play it out, see where it goes. And you're playing with one of the best players in the NBA,
Yep.
and Luka. So
we're going to talk about that in 1 second, but I do want to just kind of take this one step further, because Dan Wojcicki reported that he's expected, your boy, to be at training
Used
camp.
to be my boy. Done with him.
He's expected to be at training camp, which you obviously see that as a good sign. Having said that, though, the podcast that you were supposed to join on Friday, there was a guy named Richard Jefferson, who is a former teammate as well with LeBron, and we talked about the pros, the cons, all the things that come with playing alongside LBJ. The fact that he's going into season 23 and we're still having these conversations in the offseason, obviously is a testament, but there's a lot that's going on and having to manage all of this in this time right now.
Yeah, and you know, I think the other thing we need to think about is, how are the Lakers now compared to when they stopped playing in the first round after 5 games against Minnesota? I feel like this team did a nice job with not a lot of money. You know, this isn't baseball. You can't go out and sign $300 million worth of guys if you don't have the cap space. And I thought Rob Pelinka and the front office did a nice job, BT. You lose Dorian Finney-Smith, but when he opted out and did not re-sign with the Lakers, that opens up 2 salary slots. I like what they did with that $14 million. You go out and get Jake LaRavia for about $6 million. He can shoot, he can score a little. Then, of course, the big upgrade, Allie, we've been talking about for months. You know, who's going to be their center? What are they going to do? DeAndre Ayton, at the price of $8 million next season, that's a little more than half of the average NBA salary. If I'm LeBron, I'm sitting back and saying, you know, I like the move, especially at center, to get a 15 and 10 type of guy for next to nothing. And it's silly to say $8 million is nothing. I always have to qualify it. But in the NBA vernacular, when the average salary is 14, 8 is it's a really good pickup at a really good price for the Lakers.
8 is BT money.
8 is BT money. That's what he's getting paid today.
I want more than that. Stop it. You're my agent. You're fired.
Well, you got to show up to things that you say you're going to show up to. Just kidding. Can you elaborate on what he was discussing?
The best move I like was getting DeAndre. And let's be honest, he fell to them.
Sure.
Because of what he did not do in Portland. So, good for the Lakers. If he can just play up to his potential at a high level more consistently, I think it works out for them. I mean, he's not the real high flyer, lob threat that people want to say he is. He's a nice pick and pop guy, and he worked well with Luka. The other young kid, Jake, is interesting. I didn't see him play a whole lot, but I didn't watch the Kings play. I like watching good basketball. So I kind of avoided them. Sorry, my Kings fans and friends. But the idea that they were able to do that, and as Rob Pelinka said, they're not done yet. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do. I think they do need to improve the backcourt some, especially off the bench. They need someone who can play some defense because they were not known as a very good defensive team. DeAndre Ayton is not known as someone who blocks a lot of shots, but he is big, he is athletic, and he's from Michael Thompson's hometown of the Bahamas. So let's see what happens. I think it worked out well for the Lakers.
I'm not sure how we got to DeAndre Ayton off of LeBron James and what the decision will be for him.
My brother around here.
We are going to talk more on that, too, in a second. For now, from LeBron to Luka, a look at how the Lakers stars performed together in their first season, which it wasn't a whole lot of time, which is going to take me to the first question. But first, 28.2 points from Luka, 8 boards, almost 8 assists, almost 2 steals, and then LBJ right under 25 a game on 8 rebounds, 8 dimes, and a steal. From a fan's perspective, from the fan side of things, BT, I'll start with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us we are going to get yet another season or look at the two of these guys together. Kind of wrapping up, yes, LeBron will be a Laker, and obviously what you know and see with Luka right now.
I get it.
From a fan perspective, I was in the gym working out on my muscles today and working out on trying to get my win good for my trip to Paris. And there's a guy at the gym who's a big basketball fan. His thoughts are LeBron can play 2, maybe 3 more seasons because he was just that good last season. He doesn't understand why there's this talk about him wanting to maybe leave, maybe retire. Why? Because he was so good, and he remains playing at a high level. So I agree with my friend that's the fan, that LeBron James, he is still that guy. He is still him.
Well done. You give us the perspective sitting behind LeBron, only talking about wine with him, but then you take us to the guy at the gym and give us the fan perspective.
That's what Allie wanted.
I mean, he's a Laker fan. He's
I love it.
My guy at the cigar shop, they're Laker fans.
He had something to say, too.
They all had something to say as a puff on cigars.
It can only help having Luka.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, if you go back to February 1st, we always will remember where we were when this trade was announced and the disbelief we all felt initially, like there's no way this is true. Morphing into